Hi, this is Jim at your Jiffy Customer Support Network. In this segment, we're going to show you the proper procedure for changing out the throttle lever and throttle cable assembly on the Jiffy PRO4 Lite unit. The first thing we're going to wind up doing is remove the throttle lever from the control handle by using a Phillips screwdriver and backing out the retention screw until the throttle lever comes loose of the handle. And we'll kind of set that down to the side. Then the next thing we'll do is remove the air cleaner cover. And we'll remove the air filter element. Then we'll go ahead and remove the retention nuts for the air cleaner backplate. Set those aside. Remove the retention clamp for the backplate, and remove the backplate itself. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the gasket that's between the carburetor and the air cleaner backplate. Set that aside to make sure we reassemble that after a while. We'll go ahead and remove the carburetor that has a throttle lever and cable attached to it. First thing we want to do here is remove the throttle cable from the throttle lever on the carburetor. And we'll loosen the jam nut that holds the cable in position. And we'll just unscrew the cable counterclockwise from the bracket on the side of the carburetor. We get that all assembled. Now that we've got the new throttle lever and cable assembly, we're going to go ahead and remount the cable back on the bracket on the side of the carburetor. And while we're screwing that on, the thing we're going to want to note is as we turn that cable into that bracket, you're going to want to get about 2 threads of that end of that cable into the bracket or through the top of it, and then you want to go ahead and retighten that jam nut because that's a proper position for that cable assembly. Now we want to go ahead and remount the cable wire back into the pivot post on the carburetor. The one thing you're going to want to note when you do this is the slot in that pivot post, one end of it has a larger opening in it. And you want to make sure that this ball on the end of the cable fits into that slot on that end with the wider opening, because that gets that to all function properly. Get that in position. We just double check to make sure that that operates properly. And we'll go ahead and remount the carburetor, making sure that the gasket between the carburetor and the cylinder is in position. We'll go ahead and slide the carburetor back on the mounting post. Next thing we'll do is remount that gasket that goes between the carburetor and the air cleaner backplate. And we'll go ahead and remount the air cleaner backplate. We'll put on the retention clamp for the backplate. And we'll go ahead and remount the retention nuts that hold the backplate in position. Tighten those up so they're nice and snug. We'll go ahead and replace the air filter element and put the air cleaner cover back on in position. Then we'll go ahead and remount the throttle lever back to the operator control handle with a Phillips screwdriver. Go ahead and tighten that up so it's nice and snug. Then last, we'll just operate the throttle lever on the handle to make sure that the throttle on the carburetor and everything function properly and smoothly. But that basically concludes the proper procedure for putting on a new throttle lever and cable assembly on the Jiffy model PRO4 Lite unit. If anyone has any questions regarding this procedure, please feel free to call us at 1-800-344-0712, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. I'd like to take this time to thank you for your continued support of Jiffy products and also the purchase of your new Jiffy ice drill. Thanks and have a great day.